At Life Without Barriers, we started our journey of peer workers 7 years ago, providing employment through traineeships. We are passionate about reducing stigma and providing hope that recovery is possible. I have had bipolar disorder for 20 years. I see myself as an expert of one kind when I am well, and yet a bystander of another when I am sick. It's not only a matter of acknowledging where you stand, but also discovering your potential and realising where you are going.
When I was diagnosed with depression, borderline personality disorder and general anxiety disorder, I found this to be extremely demoralising, debilitating and isolating. Unfortunately, many people don't seem to understand mental illness and the stigma associated with it and how it affects those around them. People don't seem to realise that we're just like them with health problems, not someone scary to avoid.
Well, I suppose I've suffered from anxiety for as long as I can remember. Being mentally unwell was really frightening and debilitating for me. And when I get into that anxious space now, I can't eat, I can't sleep. I'll just be flooded with wave after wave of fear and shaking. It's very much in my body.
We are interested in educating uni, TAFE and other students who will be the future of this field, including education for high schools, police and community groups. Any mental health service would benefit from employing peer workers, but at the very least hearing from our peer workers.
I teach community services at Para West Adult Campus. Kylie presented to a number of my classes. She was inspirational as an advocate and educated many about the misconceptions surrounding mental health.
The peer worker presentations offer paramedic students a unique perspective on what life is like when faced with challenges, and those they treat need to be treated with care and compassion.
Kylie Harrison has spoken to the Level 2 psychology class at the University of Adelaide for the past few years, and I think this has really helped students to understand that people with mental health problems are real people and are not just their diagnosis.
So the feedback from our TAFE students has been amazing. Students have been touched by the personal journey stories in a really profound and life-changing way.
We share strategies for living well with the mental illness, gaining knowledge and insight through experience.
It was highlighted to me that I am not to blame for having my mental illness, but I am the one who needs to take control of the direction that my life is going. Now I enjoy having the opportunity to turn my negative experience of mental illness into a positive, both for myself and for those that I get to interact with.
It was only once I was able to admit that this problem was seriously affecting my life that I could turn things around for the better. It's important to realise that setbacks are a normal part of moving forward in recovery.
Recovery to me is being part of the team and discovering a pathway through the unknown to rediscover a certainty or reality within the delusion, some insight amongst the chaos, and finding understanding as a solution of how to control the roller coaster of emotions. The feedback from this program has been extremely positive and has made a significant impact in reducing stigma.
Hearing all the stories pulls their knowledge together and gives them the courage and strength to often move forward with their studies.
Some students have said, "What an amazing story. I was glued to the screen and I actually wanted to hear more of your lived experiences." These storytellers have a way of getting the message across. I will certainly be putting some of Kylie's thoughts and suggestions into my future practice.
Some of the comments from the students were, "She made an impact on me. She gave me a better understanding of mental health issues." Kylie proved to me that no matter what happens in your life, you can always find the strength to move on.
One student has said to me, "Kylie presenting herself to the world so confidently really makes you question that stigma." And students have spoken with me a couple of years later and they still remember Kylie's message.
Our community education program has an enthusiastic team of peer workers.
Now that I've navigated my way from being very unwell to managing my illness and enjoying life again, I have a passion for helping other people to find their way also.
Now I realise that my mental health will need to be carefully managed, but I can choose to live an enjoyable and productive life.
We need to work together to build a community where people are listened to, people are respected and valued, have independence, experience freedom, and allowed to discover their own empowerment. If anyone is interested in hearing our presentations, please contact Community Peer Worker Kylie Harrison to make this happen.